I always say that knife defense is simple, but it's not easy. It's hard work to do actual knife defense, and we can't all do that all the time. So if I can have a lower amplitude of an exercise that we can go higher up on, all the way up until pressure testing, if the core nucleus of an activity falls within the general realm of appropriateness, then I'm cool with it. We can get a little artsy with it.
I actually like when you brought up boxing, because if somebody came to me and said, I want to do a 3-hour boxing seminar, and I would say, okay, do you intend to box on a regular basis? They're like, no. Have you ever boxed before? No. I'm just going to do these 3 hours. I say, save your time. It's not worth it. If you came to me and said, I'm going to do 3 hours of jiu-jitsu, and that's all I'm ever going to do in my life, I say, why bother? Save your money. But if you came to me and say, okay, I'm going to do 3 hours, like you said, a 3-hour seminar, and just based on that, and then I go back to doing, or if somebody says, I just come and do 3 hours of Krav Maga, or of self-defense training, of shivworks, or of, it's a different, like, self-defense, and these, like, specialties, it's a different module from learning a sport. Doing 3 hours of boxing makes as much sense as doing 3 hours of tennis and never touching a racket again. Are you going to have some fun? Maybe. You're probably going to be more frustrated because you won't. I suck at ping pong. So, like, I can barely hit the ball, right? If you say you do 3 hours of ping pong, okay. If you want to invest and become better, that's what sports are for. To invest and start to develop your technique and then compete and then get better. That's cool. I'm all up for that. But the realm of martial art, the realm of self-defense is a means to an end. I'm not doing Krav Maga to be good at Krav Maga. I'm not coming to Paulo's seminar to be good at knife and dagger, snake and dagger concept.
Not gonna happen in
I'm
one day.
going over there so that I can learn useful skills that then are going to stay with me.
Can I ask you a quick question?
Yeah.
Let's say, so I come to your studio, I'm like, sir, I want to know what Krav Maga is all about. I want to know if it's right for me to have 3 hours. You show me that, like, how do you approach that?
I'll do you one better.
All right.
Okay? Sometimes when I deploy, I'll get a bunch of reservists even.
Right.
Not theoretical. In 2016, the heart of the knife intifada, there were stabbings every day in Israel because social media was building that and one fueled another. And my unit was just about to get, it's a reservist unit, infantry, warfighters. These are normal people, they have jobs, and now they have to leave their civilian life, their families and the jobs behind, and they're going on deployment. Where are they going? They're going in knife set. This is Zion Junction. This is ground zero for knife attacks, for terrorist attacks. Like, we know that someone's going to get attacked out of our brigade. A few, we just don't know who. Okay? So I'm living in Sydney at the time. I ran a gym over there, I studied, but I used to often come back home to deploy. My commanders are calling me and they're saying, Ron, as a combatives instructor, I was also a combat soldier, but I was also the combatives instructor of the unit. And I'm getting WhatsApp messages from my company commander, from the brigadier. Ron, are you deploying with this time? I'm like, yeah, I bought myself a ticket. Okay, so when these soldiers are deploying, and often before we'd go into patrols or things like that, it would be like an 8-hour thing. It would be a 12-hour cycle. So you'd go for an 8-hour shift, and part of that you'd eat. Part of that you'd check your gear and everything, and part of that you'd go through a lesson. And sometimes I'd get these soldiers that we know very high probability that someone's going to stab them or somebody's going to attack. And they say, okay, Ron, we want you to prepare them for it. I'm like, cool. And you've got 45 minutes, but they're just actually finishing their lunch, so 30 minutes. Okay?
Yep.
And you have to train them, and this is going to be the difference.